And who are your favorites then?
John Cena and Randy Orton.
What are your thoughts about John Cena's retirement?
It was sad. I didn't want to fight because I wanted to see his retirement fight.
It was the same day, right?
Oh. I think it was the same time. I was in the cage and he was in the ring.
So wait a minute. John Cena was ending right as you were in the cage.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to fight that day because you wanted to see the final match. I wanted to see
that fight.
But you were going up right about the same time. Did you end up going later and watching it? Did you watch the match or did you just see the highlights?
I just saw the highlights.
What were your thoughts about the finale of that match?
I was low-key disappointed.
Why?
He just easy tap. Just let it be. That was the end of the retirement. Everyone was like really pissed about Triple H having it end like that. I was low-key pissed.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Raph Esparza, coming to you with another great installment of the Grappling Hour. We have an excellent guest who showed up to train with us today. We're going to get to him in just a second. But before we do, a couple quick reminders. One, if you like this show, and I hope that you do, check us out at patreon.com. What do I get, Raph, if I go to patreon.com/grappling hour? Well, I'll tell you right now. For $5 a month, you can see these interviews 30 days before anybody else. And for a few extra dollars, you can get extra bonus content that other people don't get to see, including tape studies. And we're going to do one on his fight where we watch the fights with the athletes, whether it's a match in major grappling competition or a fight that they recently had, much like this young man did at RFL. So you want to check that out, patreon.com/grappling hour. You can also find in the extra bonus content a segment called Roast Raph, where people roast my competition footage, and a segment called the Grappling Hour Challenge, where people are given a deck of cards. They pick out a submission on one of those cards, and I don't know what it is, but they try to land the submission on me. The caveat is I get to roast them. So you can find that at patreon.com/grappling hour. 2, if you like this merchandise, check out this hoodie. I'm wearing it. It's not super cold, but like I want to wear it because I want you guys to see it. So you can get that on over at raphisparza.com/merch. And you can get Grappling Hour hoodies, t-shirts, and tank tops. And yes, you can wear a tank top and be on steroids, and we won't judge you because you want to show off the gains. I totally get it. And you are welcome to do that only if you wear the Grappling Hour tank. So get that, show off the guns, tell the people that you were on the best acai possible. And then I guess tell them what your stack is because people want to know. Additionally, you can also check us out wherever you're watching. So be it YouTube, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it means a lot. And by the end of this video, we will give you a prompt if you don't have one right now. So be on the lookout for that. And last but not least, my friends, you can also join us on our Discord if you want to continue the conversations that we have here on the show. Let's get to our guest today. This young man came to roll with me and the goons here over at Milton Arguello's Mixed Martial Arts Academy, and I think we had a good time. This young man made an impressive MMA debut over with us at RFL, and I got to tell you, I'm very excited to bring him on. This is the first time he's doing an interview with anybody, so we've got the first exclusive. But I want to tell you, before we even tell you who he is, got a massively quick finish at the organization. So fast, I didn't even get to see all of his game, and I thought, I want to know more about him. And then on the microphone, super likable, had the crowd in the palm of his hand, and it made me want to know. So today, we get to know a little bit more about Michael Perez Jr. Michael, good to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, sir.
So how did you like training here today?
It was amazing. I felt great. People, they put pressure, I put pressure back. No, it was just a regular roll.
Do you feel at home when people are putting pressure? Like if you go to a gym and they're too nice and they're rolling a little bit too loose, do you get nervous at that? Or do you like having somebody go at you at that same speed?
No, I love the competition.
Okay.
I love to have the one-on-one, like just full on just.
Did the guys give you a little bit of that today?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. Because my thing is, I make it a point when guests like you come in, especially if they have MMA experience, I'm like, hey, it's good training for you. It's good training for them. And seeing you do that, it tells me a little bit about your game. And it shows me like, oh, cool, he does this and he does that. Right away, I could tell very good wrestling pressure, very good speed. And it was indicative of why you had such a fast fight on that night about a week and a half ago. But when they do go with you, do you feel them out? Do you initiate pressure first, or do they initiate pressure to you first? And you go, all right, I'm going to match this now.
Try to match it.
You try to match it? Because I noticed what happened was when we started rolling, I noticed that you were being polite and you're like, I don't know what to do because he let me pass guard. So did that mentally take you out for a second?
Yeah, that mentally took me out.
Do people not do that with you?
No.
No, nobody.
Well, there's a couple people, but I try not to roll with those people because they're like too advanced for me.
It's less that they're too advanced, I'll be honest with you. I think it's more so that they recognize, maybe respectfully, that you have a very good pressure style. So they just figure, why am I going to do that? But I will tell you this, the next time you come back, I will wrestle with you.
Okay.
So I will stand up with you. It's not fun for me because I am way older than you. But I do learn a lot when I have a wrestler in. And what I noticed was when I immediately stood up with you, you thought, oh, I got a chance to do all the stuff I want to do. And then I pulled guard and you go, what's happening? Oh no. And it started throwing you a little bit. So I knew I could have some fun with that.
Yeah, it threw me off a lot.
But having said that, let's talk about your very, very impressive MMA debut. How long did that fight take?
1:06.
Oh, so you know exactly how long?
I think so. That's what my dad told me.
Okay. Was your dad like looking at a timer? Was your dad was he in the crowd? Where was your dad at this point?
My dad was in the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in the crowd.
Let me ask this, because before we even got to talking, you told me that your mom was a very into it wrestling mom. What were your parents' reactions when you told them you were going to start fighting?
My dad was super into it. My dad's the one that told me or wanted me to start doing the fight because I just dropped out of college. And my dad's like, you're in wrestling shape right now. Why don't you just fight right now? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll fight. And I told my mom. My mom was totally cool with it. She supported it. And it got me here. Was
your mom the same way that she was for wrestling? Could you hear her? Was she screaming out loud when you were fighting?
Yeah,
you can hear her?
You can hear a mile away, no matter what sport it is. It could be football, it could be soccer, it could be the lamest sport ever. You're going to hear her.
Okay. Let me ask this. How many other family members do you have? Like, is it brothers, sisters? Are you the only one? What is the deal for you?
I'm the oldest in my family.
Okay.
I have one younger sister. She is 16 right now, and two younger brothers who are also 16.
Okay.
But they're twins.
Yeah. Oh my God. Twins. Okay, cool. So when you were learning wrestling, did that mean that they were also going to be your training partners at that time? Were you bullying them to do that?
My brother, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what happened? Was he okay? Did he take to it? Did he not like it?
He loved it. He saw me doing it, and he saw like how much I enjoyed it, how much I loved it, and he wanted to get into it. So I just do my best to give my best impression to him and give him my love to the sport to him.
Gotcha. So he did like it.
Yes.
Did he end up training wrestling in like high school or anything?
Oh yeah, he's still in high school and he's wrestling right now.
Okay. Do you go and check out his matches?
Yes.
How does he do?
He does okay.
He does okay.
He does okay.
Are you able to pull him aside and give him notes though and tell him how to like improve it? Or are you also like your mom getting like a loud voice and being crazy?
It's more like we go home and we just work on the mistakes you make.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So do you find yourself at other sporting events getting crazy like your mom? And if so, when?
UFC events. That's like the only time.
UFC
event.
Oh, UFC.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been to UFC events.
Yeah.
Which fights have you gone to?
I've been to UFC 269 when Dustin Poirier fought Charles Oliveira for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my two favorite fighters at the time, so I was going crazy. I didn't care
who were you going for?
I was secretly going for Dustin.
It's because, end of the road kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You knew it was coming up. But that meant you were going against Oliveira.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to have to tell Chucky Olives, man. Man, that's disrespectful. It's hard, dude, because I felt like Dustin, even though he didn't win the big prize ever, he was beloved by all of us because he was a G. He never turned down fights and always gave his heart when he was out there. So he was a big, big favorite of us here at this gym, especially. Are those your favorite fighters? Who else are your favorite fighters in the world?
My favorite fighters would be Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson, and my favorite growing up and still to this day is Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wrestler. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you ever see a Cain Velasquez fight?
No, I was way too young.
I can tell. But Do you know who did?
You?
Back in the day, I saw Kane versus Brock. That's how far I go back.
That's the one that put me on.
That's what put you in?
Yeah, I love that fight.
Why did you like that fight?
Dude, Brock Lesnar was like a 3-time national champion or one-time national championship. Dude, he was like unbeatable at the time.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez just got back up every time he took him down, and he just like embarrassed him.
So I was at that fight. I think it was at what formerly was the Anaheim Pond over here in Orange County. What I can tell you is it's one of the few times, just because of the big way that Brock used to be, it looked like a bear fight. And it looked like watching Kane dismantle him. It was a work of art. And I remembered I went with one of my homeboys who was white, and I was like, it was a very pro-Mexican crowd afterwards. And I was like, bro, hang with me. The Mexicans are going to be in a real big party mood, and they've been drinking. So just remember, you're my boy. I got you, man. So we were like walking out, and people were like, are you guys excited? I was like, yeah, Kane. We love Kane. I did too. So I was like, yo, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
And what's wild is you stick around the sport long enough, you know people who have known people. So we know people who have trained at AKA, and it's like, oh my God, we're like one or two people removed from knowing those folks. So yeah, Kane was a very good transition wrestler into it. What were your thoughts? Because I know you're a WWE fan. When they signed Brock Lesnar to go up against Kane in the WWE.
To be honest, I was so young. I only knew Brock Lesnar from the UFC. I didn't know he did WWE before that.
For sure.
Yeah.
But in 2017, they signed him somewhere in there when there was Saudi money, or maybe it's 2019, somewhere in there. They literally signed a pro wrestling match with Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar.
I remember that.
Do you remember how it ended?
Yeah, I remember how it started.
Okay.
Cain Velasquez just showed up out of nowhere, just beat him up and just scared Brock Lesnar, and then it ended with Brock Lesnar beating him. It was an actual match.
But how did Brock beat him?
It was suplex? I'm not sure. I didn't remember watching it.
He tapped him out.
Tapped him out?
He got him in a Kimura. So a Kimura from guard, which to any of us that train know that's kind of a wild position to lose in. It's like very few submissions from guard are you ever going to get caught in. And if so, it's by surprise. So Brock Lesnar had that Kimura that he does and like tapped him out, and it did it within seconds. So I'm hoping Kane made good money there. But you got the suspicion they really did that as a get back because of how badly Kane beat Brock in that fight. But it made no sense to me any other way. I had no idea why they would do a match like this. You didn't strike me as a wrestling fan, but you do have deep cuts. You do know ball in that world. How are you able to be both a wrestler and a wrestling fan in the fake world or the scripted world? How did you manage both? Because I think it's a little more accepted now, but when I was growing up, you couldn't be both.
I don't know. That's a good question. Well, I didn't really, during high school, like when I started wrestling, I didn't really focus on fake wrestling. It was like kind of like a backstory thing, basically. Like,
Yeah.
Before real wrestling, I was more into fake wrestling. It was like more before I started like liking real wrestling.
And who are your favorites then?
John Cena, Randy Orton.
What are your thoughts about John Cena's retirement?
It was sad. I didn't want to fight because I wanted to see his retirement fight.
It was the same day, right?
Oh. I think it was the same time. I was in the cage and he was in the ring.
So wait a minute. John Cena was ending right as you were in the cage.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to fight that day because you wanted to see the final match. I wanted to see
that fight.
But you were going up right about the same time. Did you end up going later and watching it? Did you watch the match or did you just see the highlights?
I just saw the highlights.
What were your thoughts about the finale of that match?
I was low-key disappointed.
Why?
He just easy tap. Just let it be. That was the end of the retirement. Everyone was like really pissed about Triple H having it end like that. I was low-key pissed too.
Okay, but you do jiu-jitsu as well, right?
Yeah.
People tap all the time.
But it's fake wrestling.
Bro, okay, but I'm just saying, like, in our world, people tap all the time. So it's a regular occurrence. And what I loved was jiu-jitsu people being like, no, man, he didn't even have the legs in. The hooks weren't even in. And I go, who cares? What are you even talking about? But they were mad because John Cena said, never give up.
Yeah.
So did you believe that he should have passed out?
No, I think he should have got out.
You think he should have gotten out?
Tried to fight to get out.
So you think he should have won his last match?
I believe so. Yes.
Really? Why? Because you're usually supposed to lose your final match.
Really?
Yeah, that's usually the tradition.
I don't know the wrestling fake game like that anymore.
I mean,
don't know
I
how it's
understand
going.
that. I'm putting you on game right now, but I'm
Yeah.
letting you know you usually like Undertaker has lost his last match. Ric Flair lost his last match. Shawn Michaels did lose his last match, but then they brought him back and Saudi money again.
Yeah.
But most of the time, the tradition is you go out on your back to give the next guy the rub, like the energy to be the person. So you were mad that he tapped out. Would you have been okay if he passed out? Would you have been okay if he got pinned? Would you be okay with that instead?
No, I think the time was probably the best. I don't know. I'm just still kind of mad that he lost.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I like that you're like, no, man, I was just a low key fan, no big deal.
Yeah.
But I was pissed I had to fight when he was having his last
Yeah.
match. I'm like, well, he definitely left an indelible impression on you. Do you have a favorite match you had growing up that you liked watching?
Yeah, the TLC match was Randy Orton, John Cena for the double champs.
Okay.
I remember watching that live.
Wow.
I love that match. I still watch that match.
Did you do any dumb moves when you were a kid? Did you try to replicate any of their things?
Yeah, I tried to because I had like a little plushie. It was like my size. I was like this yay high, but the plushie was also yay high. So I'd like freaking just throw it everywhere. Like I didn't even like bring in the table, and I tried to like RKO it through a table.
Wait, you tried to RKO a plushie through a table?
Yeah.
Did you break the table?
No, I hurt myself. It was a wooden table.
Wait, okay. You know what? Hold on. This is why they put the don't try this at home. And even if you do try it at home, I think they hope that you're a little smarter. You know that they usually pre-cut those tables?
Yeah.
You know that now, right?
I know that now.
But it was only because
I was
after.
like 5 or 6. I didn't care. I just want to have fun.
What did your parents say to you when you were trying to do all that stuff?
They didn't know. I didn't tell them. But
so nobody knew?
No.
You didn't tell anybody else. You were just doing it on your own.
No, because my mom would be mad. She's like, "What are you doing in here?" And I'd be like, "I hurt myself." And I get, where's hurting?
Michael, the fact that you've thought it logically enough to be like, why would I tell anybody? My mom would be mad. Would your mom have beaten you up if she had found out you had broken anything?
No, but she'd be mad.
She would be mad. Okay, there'd be some words exchanged. Yeah. I just say this because in our text chain, when I said I was going to do like a Kurt Angle ankle lock to you, you sent me that you were going to hit me with the John Cena tap out. Let me just say this to everybody here in this. Did this happen at all today?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. There was no me going out like that. I just want to point that out to the people here. But I'm glad in your brain you thought it was possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna point that out. Okay. Let's get back to your original training. So actually, no, I want to go back to your fight. So it ends quickly. For people who haven't seen it, maybe tell them and give them a summary of how the fight went. And then we're going to go back and talk about what your training and preparation was like for it. Because for me, it happened so fast. And then you darted up, like you lit up and you recognized you won. So walk me through all of that, if you would be so kind.
Yeah, well, what was going through my head, like before the fight, my striking coach at the time was like, just land at least one leg kick. And I was like, okay. Like as soon as the fight started, I was like, okay, leg kick. I went straight for a body kick. The whole crowd heard it. All you hear is, ooh. And I was like, all right, I got him. I was trying to take him down. So I threw an over right. He came close to me. I didn't think he was going to throw the same time I was. So as soon as he like came close to me, I just grappled straight up, pushed him against the cage. I tried lifting and slamming him, but he caught himself, and I was like low-key shocked. I was like, this dude really caught himself? And I got to get back up on my feet. So I just pushed him against the cage. You know, it was a dogfight at that point. And then he tried to, what's it called? Overhook me with my arm. So then that's when I threw him, and then he started ground and pounding from there. And that was the whole fight.
Do you even remember the ground and pound? Because it went very fast, and I felt you went into a different dark place when you were knocking this dude out. Because look, here's what I want to point out. Look at this dude right now. All smiles. Couldn't be nicer. Incredibly polite when he came to roll with us here. But when I saw you in that cage, you went literally dark and were murdering this dude. But they stopped it in time.
Yeah.
It's just, it happened very quickly. So what in your brain was going on then?
I'm gonna be honest. After like the first 3 punches, I noticed his head was going back,
Yeah.
and he was just blocking the whole time. And like he came back up, and I was like still hitting him. I was thinking in my head like, when's the ref gonna stop this? So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep hitting him. And then the ref finally pushed me off.
It's so funny because I'm looking at the highlight here, and we'll talk about it in a second. But I just like when I saw you get to mount, and I saw that mix of hammer fists and straight down the middles. I just thought, okay, that's a kid who's won his very first fight, and it was very fun to see. But for you, what did that first win mean? Because it's cool to say you're going to fight, but it's even cooler when you get a win in the cage that's different than probably any other feeling I'm sure you've had.
Yeah, it felt amazing. Honestly, the whole goal was to beat him up. Like I wasn't focused on winning. I was like focused on like hurting the guy because it's the fight.
Mm.
So like as soon as the ref pushed me off, I was like still like wired up. I threw my mouthpiece in the ground and I couldn't find it after the fight. I literally looked at the ref and was like, my mouthpiece is somewhere. And like we looked around and he's like, yeah, that thing's gone. And I was like, okay. So now I gotta get a mouthpiece at Dick's Sporting Goods.
So hold on. Young man, you didn't think of the possibility you wouldn't just lose your mouth guard. You threw it on the ground. Why did you throw your mouth guard on the ground? Like, think about that logically. It's gross if it's going to touch the mat at that point. Then you're probably going to be like, well, I got to put that one back in. I got to use that mouth guard again. So, like, what was the logic behind any of that for you?
I'm gonna be honest, it was the adrenaline rush. I was like, get this mouthpiece out of my hands, get these gloves off me. I'm done with this fight. Like, it's over. Let's just go home and eat pizza.
And that was what you did? You ended up going home to eat pizza?
Yeah.
What kind of pizza did you have?
I had just Toppers pizza.
Oh, Toppers. Oh, I know Toppers. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good for you. So the inevitable question is, for me, why fight? Like, what made it so that you thought you needed to fight? Because you were in a place where I'm sure, even though your dad was saying like, hey, listen, you don't have to fight, but I think it's good for you. Like, what was the motivation for you to get in there?
Honestly, I've been training fighting since I was a little kid. And like, I've been training for that moment. Like, I felt like my whole entire life. Honestly, to have that opportunity, it's like, I want to go for it. Like, I just want to get it done with. Like, keep pursuing more and more. I just want that feeling.
What do you remember about us being in the cage together? Because the interview happened really fast.
Yeah.
And I just remembered everybody that came to see you was screaming. And you had the crowd going. You were all smiles. Like, bro, you looked like, what is it? Like Prime De La Hoya looking at his people, just smiling and being like, what's going on? Oh my God, is that my people? Like, you just looked like you were in such a good mood. And it was cool to see that side of your personality coming out. Because I just saw you as an assassin, a killer. And then I saw this, whatever this is, the smiley version of you. You like jump back into that. Do you have any memories of us talking in the cage afterwards?
I just remember bringing up the pizza. That's the only part I remember.
Did you think you were going to have to talk with somebody after the fight?
No, not really.
So that didn't click for you?
It was an amateur fight. I didn't know they were going to do interviews.
Well, I mean, they weren't until I messaged them.
Yeah.
But once I messaged them, I was like, you know, people want to hear from these guys because fighting isn't easy. So we always want to know, like, what do they want to talk about? Like, give them their moment. And instead, my man's like, I'm going to talk about pizza. So do you want to try and do it again? Because it wasn't bad. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
But now that you know you're talking about it, do you want to like look at this camera and try to do kind of like a moment, recapture it again?
Okay.
Okay. Before we do it, though, who was it that you wanted to thank that you didn't thank?
My grandparents.
Your grandparents?
My grandparents.
Okay. Did they see your fight?
One of them did, yes.
Okay, one of them did.
Yeah.
Okay. What did they think of your fight?
That was all right.
Wait, no. What do you mean all right? You won.
Yeah.
Did they have notes for you? And they're like, hey, we need to fix this technique.
No, that's just how the personality is. There's like mellow, you know?
That's pretty funny. Oh my God. Okay. So you gotta thank your grandparents who thought the fight was all right. Anybody else?
My best friend, Josh and Monse.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at this camera here in a second. I'm gonna cue you up. What I want to do is I want to recreate the magic of us interviewing inside the cage. All right.
Say pizza.
Don't say pizza again.
It's going through my head.
We literally had pizza tonight. That's the dumbest part of this. So even though you have pizza, the last time you couldn't eat because you were cutting weight.
Yeah.
So your reward was pizza. We rolled and then we had pizza after we rolled. Why do you want to shout out pizza again?
You want to be honest?
What?
I'm a pizza addict.
No shit.
Literally.
But like I'm telling you, why are you shouting out pizza again? Are you sponsored by pizza?
Oh, I wish.
You know what?
Wish.
I think we found out where we need to get you sponsored by. Who would you like to be sponsored by?
Toppers.
So Toppers is your favorite pizza.
It's
the best pizza?
Yep.
Wow. Say that convincingly though. So like look
Toppers
at that.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your guy.
No. Say Toppers Pizza is the best pizza. Like you're a spokesperson.
Toppers Pizza. That's the best pizza.
But like convincingly. All right. Try it again. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Toppers Pizza. Ain't nobody better.
Stop, dude. It's the second you landed. They're the best pizza, but then you stuttered on the like ain't no but shit. All right, you want one take? This guy?
Yeah.
No. I'm going to show you how it's done.
Okay.
All right. So look at the camera, convincingly, but look over that. Okay. Ayo, Toppers Pizza. We trained tonight. We had pizza tonight. It was good pizza, but you know what? It wasn't Toppers Pizza. You need to sponsor this young man because let's put it this way. He is going to be fighting and there is one food he craves after every single fight. And if you want to make sure that you get brand recognition from a dude with knockout power and great wrestling and great speed and is coming up in this world, you need to sponsor Michael Perez Jr. right this second. And why should they sponsor you, Michael Perez Jr.?
I'm the next upcoming thing. I know I am. I'm the best. I'm the best one. I don't know.
I had it.
I know. I was like, dang,
you know
how
what it
to
was?
follow up with that?
Toppers Pizza was literally doing this when they saw me. They're like, let's do this. How much? Nah, I ain't gonna sponsor this kid now. Here's how we knock it home, okay? It's not just that you're the best and that you're gonna be the best. You gotta tell them how many times you've gone to Toppers Pizza. You got to tell them why you love them. You got to tell them what the order is. So that way they know you're not just some punk that's just trying to get money from them. Like this is a real legit thing that you love them for, okay? So let's go back right now. So Toppers Pizza, my man Mike Perez Jr. is going to tell you why you're number one to him.
Pizza's amazing, especially when you have olives, mushrooms on top of it. That's my favorite toppings, especially from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then the side of Coke. I don't know. That's literally what all I get. I don't know. I'm like trying to add to it, but that's the only pizza I get.
That's the stuff that you
that's
get.
That's the only thing I get.
Did you at one point, because we were rolling and I was ordering and I looked at your friends who came here, by the way, we should shout them out. The fact that we said we were going to shout them out when we didn't, we still have some work to do. But they have been off camera this whole time. So they watched us roll.
Yeah.
And I heard a very faint cheer section being like, let's go, Michael. You got this. And when you didn't got it, they were still saying, you got this. And I was like, damn, that's love. And the fact that they're here tonight, those are committed friends. So shout out to them. Having said that, we'll return to them in a second. When you were here and rolling, I said, I'm going to get pizza. And I said, what kind of pizza do you like? What topping did you throw out that you think triggered me?
Pineapple.
Why did you say pineapple?
Pineapple's good.
But you didn't say that on your order right now.
No, I didn't.
Why?
Because you got triggered.
Yeah, but I didn't stop you from saying what your favorite thing to order was. You could say whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you it's wrong, but it is. Now, why do you like pineapple on pizza?
It's good. I just like it.
Okay. Do you do Hawaiian pizza?
Not really, no.
But that's the one you put the pineapple on.
Yeah.
That you should put it on. I grew up with being okay with pineapple pizza. I know when people were like, you can't do that. Like Hawaiian pineapple, like that makes sense to me. Everything else is suspicious. So you do olives and pineapple?
Yes.
Why?
Good. That's my taste buds. I just love olives and pineapple.
All right, let's test your taste buds. At Christmas, what is going to be on your plate? Tell me right now. Go.
Mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Chicken.
Okay.
And macaroni and cheese.
So a child's plate. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's it? That's all you're having?
Well, it depends what they're serving me.
I'm saying in your ideal world, pick, like what would they be providing for you if you could pick anything?
If I could pick anything?
Yeah.
Cookies and milk. Cookies and milk.
Wait, that's your go-to?
Especially during that holiday.
Damn, bro. What about Santa? You just taking all the cookies and milk from Santa?
Yeah.
Bro, this just tells me like your parents were probably trying to put out that stuff and they're like, Santa's gonna come, and you're like, nah, he ain't coming. I got this. No. Fair enough. Okay. So tell me about your friends who came tonight, because you said we were supposed to shout them out. So we tried doing a thing. We're gonna go back to me interviewing you. We're doing shout outs. We didn't even get to your grandparents.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna say, all right, Michael Perez, you got an impressive finish tonight. You went out there in record time, about 1 minute and 6 seconds. How you feeling tonight, man?
Feel pretty great.
Look at that.
Feel pretty great. Can't complain. Big win, big victory.
What do you think gave you those keys to victory? What do you think brought you success tonight?
I believe my family and my 2 best friends, Monse and Joshua Godinez.
They seem very committed friends that would join you anywhere, especially late on a Monday night at a random gym. Those are pretty good friends, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else you want to shout out tonight?
My grandparents.
Talk to them. What do you want to say to your grandparents?
Hi Nana, hi Papa. Love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. They're like my second parents to me.
That's what's up. Do you have any last messages that you want to say to the people out there?
What's up, Oxnard?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're going to end on What's Up, Oxnard?
I don't know what else to say.
Okay. Do you want to see how you want to do it to me?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, interview me. Try that. Like, I want to fight. Like, I'm you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
after an amazing victory, how do you feel?
pretty good. I mean, we both knew I was going to win. It felt great to be out there. I want to give it a shout out to my people over here. I want to say thank you guys for coming. I want to say thank you for giving me good advice, almost pre-interviewing me and getting me ready for this big moment. I want to say thank you to everybody watching. I want to say thank you to my sponsors. Wait, I don't have any. I should have some. I see you, Toppers Pizza. I see you, Pineapple Pizza at Toppers with a side of Diet Coke. Yeah, because I'm in training camp. That's 0 calories. Get behind that. That gives me a little bit of caffeine. That's what I do. You have any other questions for me?
No.
What do you mean no? I get one more. I get one more.
What are you supposed to ask them? I don't know. I don't do the interview part. I'm not used to that part.
Maybe ask about the technique.
Oh, how do you feel with your technique?
Dude, I felt great. I was hitting a Boston Crab. That never happens in MMA. But like, people say I can't do it, and I still do it. Some people here might know that I can do it. Not that I would do it to them, but they know I'm capable of doing it. And that's why you got to tune in for the next one. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm going 2-0 next time. Anyway, shout out to my people. Shout out Oxnard. Now, see, they're cheering, but like, at least mine sounded like a question mark at the end. Like, I wanted to show you what it sounds like to just get the crowd hype and then just go, shout out Oxnard? Question mark? Am I done? Like, if you're going to commit to it, here's how you land it. And I want to say thank you to my people. Thank you to Toppers, my future sponsor. It's going to happen. I'm visualizing it right now. And I want to say, last but not least, what's up, Oxnard? That's it. I'm out for the night. That's it. That's how you get off.
Good.
It's not bad, right?
I'd buy your next fight for sure.
Bro, you know what? I think the sad part is Topper's probably going to sponsor me, not you.
Yeah.
But I will take that sponsorship because this show should be sponsored. And then we can get pizza for the guests because I always try to get good pizza. And then we had pretty good pizza. I was actually pretty happy about that. It was from a new place. So I was literally like, oh man, I hope it's good. And the whole time that we were rolling, we rolled for about 45 plus minutes.
Yeah.
So it was like, dude, I'm working up an appetite. And I could tell, I was like, dude, this dude's done. He's like tapping out. He's like, I'm too tired. I can't roll anymore. And I was like, all right, I'll let him go. So next time though, it's going to go longer. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not when we have people here waiting.
Okay.
I felt bad.
I won't invite them next
But you know
time.
what you know what they told me though? They were like, you could have gone longer if you wanted to. And I was like, well, I don't want to be rude. Do you know how nice of friends that is to like just hang out while we're doing all of this stuff today? So those are good people. All right, let's get an origin story. Your dad was an amateur fighter. How much did that weigh in your life? So I know him being an encouraging factor and saying, like, I want you to fight. I think it's good for you. That's a person who's done it before and leads you to that good sort of intention. But for you, did you ever feel the need like you had to train because he trained? Like, was that why you gravitated to wrestling, or did you do other sports as well when you were growing up?
Growing up, I played football a lot. I think football, like, at one point was like more important than fighting. Like, I wouldn't do jiu-jitsu, I wouldn't do wrestling. Like, I just focused on football. But
What'd you play?
I played linebacker,
Okay.
but I was like a skinny linebacker.
I can
so
tell, bro.
I was playing JV ball.
Bro, can I just be honest with you?
Yeah,
I would have laid you out really badly.
I believe it. I wasn't that good.
I mean, the sad part is I just see how skinny you are, and I'm like, is this the lot? Okay, done.
Yeah, I wouldn't tackle. I would just grab him and just try to throw him. That's it.
Is that
That's
it?
Full guard, basically.
No way.
It works though. It worked a lot.
Do you train gi at all?
Yeah.
Dude, it's gi grips though.
Yeah. So what it is?
That's legit. Yeah, absolutely. You were doing early work for gi and judo training. That's all. Why didn't you tackle people? Because the way you roll is wrestling pressure heavy.
Yeah.
And you're capable of it. So were you just nervous to do it, or were you just like, I don't want to hurt this person?
No, I was definitely nervous. And I definitely sucked at it too.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you feel like you started to get better at it?
I don't think I ever did.
Really?
Yeah.
So then you were just like, all right, we're done here at football. Let's go to wrestling. Like, how did you find your way into a wrestling room?
Fighting a lot. Like, I just loved fighting. Like for football, like I fought in the field like multiple times. And that's what led me to quit.
Hold
football.
on. Define fighting in the field in football. Were you getting into fights?
Yeah.
Young man, you are too nice and polite. So it kind of makes sense that you have this darker side to you. But like, bro, nobody who smiles this much should be getting into fights in the field. Why were you getting into fights in the field?
I was dumb and an idiot. I was just protecting my brothers, like teammates.
Your teammates? Yeah.
Yeah. One of them was getting shoved, so I'm gonna.
Oh, you were coming to defend him. Okay.
But
were you starting them ever? What is this? Wait, like percentage wise, how many of the fights that you got into that you started?
One.
How many fights did you have on the field altogether?
2.
That's not bad. That's a 50%. Okay. And that's not even that many. So that's good. But you liked how you felt in those fights?
Oh, yeah. I loved it way more than playing the sport.
All right. Be real with me. Did you win those fights?
It was just a shove match, but then it just, I don't know. I have to see the video.
There's video of this?
I don't know. I don't think there is, but I got to see video.
You just got to see.
I just have to see video of it.
From the
it was just so long ago. Yeah.
Okay. So then you have those moments, and then that's kind of when you decide you want to start training, or how does that find your way into a wrestling room then?
No, I just pushed myself to get into fighting. Like, you know what? I love fighting. I love hurting people. I love getting hurt. You know, football's not working for me, so I'm just stick to fighting.
May I come back to the one part that you said you like getting hurt?
Yeah.
Define that.
I like getting punched, and I like punching back. Like,
okay.
Basically.
When did you discover you were like that?
When I was 10, when I started doing boxing.
So boxing even predates football then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you did boxing first, or was that your first sport?
No, my first sport was football.
Okay. So then football, then boxing. What attracted you to boxing when you were doing it?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, what made you want to box?
Actually, there's another story about that. So in 4th grade, I got jumped.
What?
Yeah.
How?
So I was training when I was like 7 years old, but like once I turned 10, I got jumped in 4th grade. Like me and this guy had like beef with each other for like 2 years.
Okay.
Like we didn't like each other. We would just talk crap. Like we didn't think about fighting each other. But like one day he was like, "We're gonna fight after school. We're gonna fight after school." And he said it like repeatedly over and over. I was a little scared. I was like, "Okay, I think we're gonna fight." Like we were about to fight, and his buddy like came around me, just grabbed onto me, and he's like throwing blows on me. And I'm like, once they're done, they both stomp on me on the ground. I was like, and my dad saw me, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put you in Muay Thai." They put me in Muay Thai, and I did it for about a year. And I was doing kids class Muay Thai. He's like, "This ain't helping you. We're gonna put you in boxing."
How did you feel about that?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I loved it.
So let me get this straight. I know this is kind of normal for a lot of other fighters, so you're in good company. But you mean to tell me you got jumped, and then you were like, man, it's time to unleash the MMA fighter inside of me. And you were stoked at that point because you said, now I get to really do this fighting for real. Like you get to actually pursue that. Was your dad trying to discourage you from doing other stuff? Because like boxing at 10 is usually a good step to protect yourself and make you feel like you're confident.
Yeah.
But before then, I'm sure your pops wasn't thinking like, oh, this kid's going to get jumped. Because nobody thinks that 10-year-olds are going to get jumped or like 11-year-olds. But then once they do, you're like, probably should do something about this, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think the beef was with this dude?
Honestly, it was so long ago. I don't even remember.
You don't remember
I don't even remember
part of it?
We just hated each other for years.
Do you know why you hated him?
No, not anymore. We're like cool now.
Wait, he's your boy now?
Yeah, he's cool now.
How did you guys get past the hurdle? And I have to be honest with you. If somebody in their gang jumped me, I don't think we're ever being friends.
It was like 4th grade though. So.
No, I'm gonna point that out. I'm like, this is beef for life, fam. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, how's the family? Is that going good? Oh, remember when you jumped me? All right, good to see you, man. Anyway, I gotta go. Like, that's the shit that would make me be like, yeah, we're not boys, dude.
No, he hit me up one time on Instagram. I think it was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
This was like after like 2 or 3 years. I moved out of Ventura to Oxnard. He's like, hey, how you been? How everything? Like, I don't have beef with you anymore. So like, are we cool? And I was like, yeah, we're cool. And like we became friends after that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a much better version of this than I thought it would be. Because most people, I did get a couple notes from people out of high school who were like, hey man, I'm sorry I was mean to you or whatever. And I go, I didn't care. It was just like, I mean, if you guys sucked, it wasn't like I wanted to be your friend anyway. I just kind of recognized as a kid, I go, oh, they're just not cool to be around. They're not fun. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Done. So it's good that you have that capacity to get past that. But man, that's wild. You got jumped. That couldn't have felt good. But let me put it to you this way. If you could survive getting jumped, then you're probably going to be okay in most wrestling rooms and MMA rooms.
Yeah.
Describe the first time you went to a wrestling class. Because then you said you wrestled, and I'm assuming that's high school?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was cool. My first time I went to the wrestling room when I was, I want to say 11. The first time.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it the first class. I liked it because I was like the biggest kid there. And then like the second day came. I got whooped by a girl and I never wanted to go back. I got whooped bad too. I was getting thrown.
What did she do to you?
Oh, she threw me. She threw me hard, like good 3 times. It was bad.
Oh my God. Okay, so she does that. You get the kind of feel like you want to come back and be better at this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. How long did you wrestle for, and what was your favorite wrestling moment?
I started when I was freshman year. I think my favorite moment was my senior night moment. Because that's when I had all my family. And then, they were just all there for me.
So similar to almost like your MMA fight, where you had your whole family showing out and you got to show out for them. Did you win that senior night?
Yes.
How'd you win?
I won by pin second round.
How did your family take it? Did they go nuts?
Yeah, they went nuts. Especially my mom.
Okay, let me try to figure this out. Mom's sorry. Is your mom crazier shouting at wrestling, or is she crazier shouting in MMA?
I think she's crazy.
Okay, that's not the right answer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
She's loud no matter where.
See, that's a better answer. Still not the best answer. Because your mom's going to hear this and go, you said on the show with the kind man that I was crazy. And he didn't say anything. That's why I'm saying stuff now.
Yeah.
Because she'll be one of the first people to watch this interview. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Would you like to amend that statement in any way?
No.
Wow. Doubling down on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, okay. I'm going to come back to training in a second because I want to hear about your jiu-jitsu and MMA connections. But I feel like this is a good place to detour. There's a very fun video of you here. Now, I want to know why and how much rehearsal time this took. But this particular video is of you recreating the dance from the movie White Chicks. Sir, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. But how does one take the time to learn the dance from White Chicks, first of all? And second, where do you get put on that you say, oh, we will do this for all of our friends and family?
I'm gonna be honest. We were just all dancing in the moment, and then my mom just like grabbed the mic. She's like, "I want one special song for these two people," and like she played the song. Me and my sister both looked at each other like, "All right, we got this," and then we just did our thing.
Okay, you're bypassing a big part of this question, though. Is how did you know the dance? It requires you to have rehearsed this. It requires you to have studied the film a certain number of times. So had you prepped this before? Had you worked on this before? Or was it just from the years of watching it, you would recreate that?
Nah, just from the years of watching it. Like when me and my sister were growing up, that was like our favorite movie. And every time that scene came on, we do our best to imitate that scene.
I mean, I know the scene. I've seen the movie. So when I saw, like, you don't have more than 6 things on your social media. So when I'm doing my research about you and I'm like, well, what makes you different? What are things about you that are interesting? And then I see the white chicks dance and I'm thinking like, oh, this will be cute. No, it's actually pretty well choreographed. Like you and your sister have it down pretty well. So what was the response to it and how did the family take it after you guys did it?
They loved it. My family loved it. My response to it was confusing because I didn't know if my mom was going to throw us out there like that.
So let's come back to this. Your friends here told me that you went karaokeing yesterday and you're a kind of shy dude. I don't know if people know that about you, but I think one of the hardest things to do is to karaoke, let alone if you're shy getting out there. How did you get convinced to go karaoke with your friends?
We were just all singing and one thing, you know, I have the mic, so I'm like, okay, give me a song. And they're like, they played my best song, my favorite song. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna sing my heart out to it.
And which song was that?
Last Night by The Strokes.
A great song. So you have good taste. I do like that song a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. Did you sing any other songs?
That's Life by Frank Sinatra.
Hold up. You sang a standard by one of our most acclaimed singers of all time? And bro, how old are you?
19.
You're 19 and you're singing Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
How do you know that song?
My parents, they just have really great taste in music.
I mean, it's a classic song, so
Yeah.
it's great to play. But you decided of all singers you wanted to emulate, Frank Sinatra was the way to go. Were people singing along with you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good thing. I mean, that's a big difference too between the Strokes and Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I love going karaoke with my friends. And the reason why is we all did speech and debate. So when we were kids, a little older than you, we would perform because we were the speech kids and they would come over and give us free drinks all night. So literally they'd be like a pitcher of beer would find its way onto our table. And at the time I didn't even drink. I was 21. I was just like, I just don't drink. They bring it, they put it out for the table. And I was like, oh, well, we're getting stuff here. So all of us would show out. And as recently as even 3 weeks ago, me and some of those boys got together again, went out to a place in Pasadena, shut the place down to the point where one of the guys looked at me and my 2 friends and goes, are you guys in a band? And we're like, no, we're just idiots, dude. We're just here to have fun. We don't take ourselves seriously. So it's fun. I think it's a good way to loosen up. So I'm glad you did that.
Thank you.
If you're performing again, I'm going to ask the friends over here, do you guys have a request the next time he goes karaokeing? 1,000 miles? Well, you should know it because you've watched White Chicks.
Yeah.
So you have to know the song and you can definitely play it up like Terry Crews does in the movie. So it's not a bad way to go. Do you have a request? Wow. It's so wild because I hear his voice and I know tone. So I'm like, I don't pick up Frank Sinatra at all. I believe you. You are so lucky I don't embarrass you and make you sing this right now.
No.
Because we can't clear the rights. But what I can tell you is, as somebody who does karaoke often, I don't think I would even touch those songs.
Really?
They're hard. I was actually singing along, and today, even driving here, are you familiar with the Spinners' I'll Be Around?
No.
Okay. It is a song. It's a R&B song. Very good song. I like it. But I feel like Mexicans have co-opted it. Specifically, Cholos have co-opted it. So like it feels a very, she understands. Where I was like, the first time I heard it, and I think I saw it and like, there's some like really cool car event that one of my friends took me to once. And like all these soul standards that I went, they were like a lowrider. It was like Thump Magazine or something to that effect. And they were playing like all these R&B songs. And I was like, oh, these belong to us. Oh, so sorry, R&B folks. So sorry, Motown. Like, this is our shit. And like they put out a record and a CD of just those classic standards. So I feel like if I ever go, that's like one of the next ones I would do. That's more my standard. But when I go, I tell people, I don't think I can sing better than anybody, but it's going to be a performance. And let's put it this way. I think when it was my friend's birthday from our crew, I literally looked at him and I was like, I don't do it often, but I will do Billie Jean. And he's like, oh shit. And he knew it was like, you're going all out. I was like, oh, this place is going to be eating out of my hand by the end of it. And there was just this one section that was like, is that Billie Jean? Are you doing Billie Jean? I was like, yep. And they go, this one woman looked at me and stared at me like this, just goes, fuck yes. And I go, oh, I've already got it in the bag. And it's just the drum beat to begin with. So that's just a little bit of what I do. So maybe in the future, one of these times I will take you karaoke and I'll show you what to do. And maybe you'll show me how you sing, bro. All right. Good to know.
I'll be totally down.
All right. I like this. We're learning and we're seeing a lot more progress for you coming out of your shell. So I like where we're going now. Let's get back to you training.
Okay.
What do you remember about your first jiu-jitsu class?
Dude, I had long hair at the time. So it was during COVID. I had long hair. I didn't have no wrestling experience. So it was all boxing. In a boxing stance when I first wrestled. And I got taken down straight away. And soon as I got into side control, my hair got stuck up between their knees.
Oh, no.
And like my whole goal during COVID was just grow out my hair during COVID. So
How far did it go?
I think it was like to my shoulder.
Damn.
Right here. It was pretty long. I was lucky proud of it.
Do you miss having long hair?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It seems like short hair kind of fits you.
Yeah.
Though. So I kind of get that. My head cannot support long hair. So I just don't go that way.
People say it looks good, but I'm like, it doesn't feel good when I roll.
No.
It's not worth it.
Well, plus you had to do like the little like rubber bands or all that sort of stuff. And then that usually falls out, right? Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it for most people, but some people it's just their personality and they can get down on it. So props to them. All right. So you get into this. Normally, one of our next questions is, when do you fall in love with jiu-jitsu? For you, it could be when do you fall in love with MMA, but we do ask people like, when did you decide you were going to do it as more than just a hobby?
When I started competing. So when I started, it was during COVID. So I had to go to, I was 13 years old when I started and I was going against adults.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in the adult class.
Oh, wow.
I started young. And as soon as like 3 months had passed, I was like getting my ass kicked every day, every day, because they're grown men. I'm like 13 years old.
Yeah.
And like as soon as I submit my first guy, I'm like, I can do it. Okay. And then I started submitting more guys, but like I was doing like competition wise, like it was just going back and forth, but I loved it. Like as days goes by, I loved it more and more.
Do you remember like the first submission you felt like that you got pretty well down?
Yeah, it was the triangle.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. I saw you trying to set it up today. So that's why I was like, it's because you're a pretty lanky dude. So you have long arms. Yeah. And at one point I saw you trying to darce one of my guys here. And I was like, under no circumstances is he darsing me today. So I knew, I was like, I got to look out for that. Okay, good to know. But it's pretty cool. Good for you, man. So then you mentioned that you start getting more into MMA, you start doing this. And then how does this fight come together?
Let's see, my freshman year in high school, I started my first youth MMA fight. Really? Yeah. And that's when like it's basically amateur MMA, just no headshots. Yeah. And I remember my first time, I got beat, to be honest. I got beat, but I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And then it was a 2 competitions one day. Then next year, I had to wait till next year. Did another 2, and I ended up getting second. So, and it was a national tournament. So I was ranked second in the nation.
Wow.
So, and then they invited me all the way to Abu Dhabi to fight for amateur MMA to represent our country. So I was like, I remember I was in football at the time, and I was like, they're like, you want to do this or you want to stick with football? And I was like, no, I want to fight. I want to go back in that cage, especially representing the country, like across like the whole world. It was just crazy. It was like Rocky IV again.
Yeah, you barely know Rocky IV. That's the best part of this. I have a child trying to tell me, like, you know Rocky IV. Yeah, brother, I live Rocky IV every day. What's the best song in Rocky IV?
I Have the Tiger.
It's Rocky III. But they do play it. They do play it like a little interlude. So I will give you that. Reason why I love Rocky IV, there's like 5 montages in that movie. And the training sequences are amazing. No Easy Way Out, top tier. Love that. Literally, when I put that on, if I'm lifting, it gets it done.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. But you know how people love Eye of the Tiger? I love living in America. Like, that's what it is to me. Because literally, I'm like, dude, if Apollo didn't die from that match after it, I would 100% walk out to that as a fighter walkout. What did you walk out to at RFL?
Flashlights. It was an old song. I can't remember.
The Kanye West?
No. It's an old band. Like the 80s. It was an 80s song.
Are you talking about Funkadelic Flashlights? Like George Carlin?
I can't remember. I can't remember the band name.
Was it Flashlight, Neon Light?
Yes,
that one?
Yes, it was that song.
Why did you pick that song?
It just represented where I was from. Like,
really?
My grandparents, they love that song. And like every time because my family's from Santa Paula.
Gotcha.
And like that's like the most like played song. Like,
it's a dope song.
I want to go throughout that song.
That's pretty dope. Okay, good. Man, okay. So you do all that. I can't even go past it. I have to ask you, what did it feel like to represent America? Because how do you even get that chance? And like, what was the first way they pitched it to you? Because you said you're playing football. I couldn't even comprehend playing a sport, let alone MMA, when I'm a child and representing the country like that. And what was the training like that for that?
Yeah, so I was like, it was a 7-on-7 tournament. We were just doing it. Both my parents came up to me like, "In trouble? Grades look bad. It's only summer."
Right.
So they're like, "Do you want to represent the country?" I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, they want you all the way in Abu Dhabi in the next couple of months to represent the country." Damn. And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I like quit football. I was like so focused into it. It was like insane. And to be all the way over there, it low-key sucked because I still had to cut weight for that. I had to cut 10 more pounds. And we got there the week of. So when I got there, it was humid. It was super humid. So like my body's like already dying. I still have to cut weight. And I was like, it was a bad weight cut. I think it was like my worst ones for sure.
Oh my God. I mean, again, we're talking about representing your country and weight cuts. I couldn't even fathom a weight cut when I was a kid. Like, I still don't have to cut weight. That's the beautiful thing about doing jiu-jitsu is I'm like, that's the weight I'm at. Nope. I'm coming in fat. That's it.
Yeah.
For you, that's a good skill to learn as you're starting to kind of come into this. So what do you think you took away most from that experience? Like, representing your country, what did you take away? Even though you said you didn't fully get the results you wanted, it still was enough to be important to leave an imprint with you.
Just feeling that how much adrenaline rush it was. Like when I got to my fight, like my last fight, like I knew what the adrenaline rush was. So I was like, okay, this is not new to me. I've been here before. So to have that experience, it was a big opportunity and moment.
That's so wild. Would you do that as an adult? Would you represent the country now that you've already done this?
Yes.
So 100%. You would 100% if they have like another opportunity like that, you'd go for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good to know. Because I've seen they do it for jiu-jitsu and they can represent the country. And they usually have trials out like toward Moore Park every once in a while. So just keep that in mind as something to build to. And they usually like it's I think it's put on by UWW, so it's under wrestling because they have like a big wrestling world sort of event. So I'll keep you more updated on that as you continue to do stuff. All right. Well, you win your first fight here. What's next? What do you want to do?
I want to fight more. I just want to keep going and pass my limits. The goal in life right now is to be the best I can. And to be the best I can is to make it professional. That's the goal.
What has your dad said as somebody who has done this before and has been a fighter? What has he been saying about you now that you have made that a goal? Does he know that? And does he feel good about you saying like, hey, I want to go that pro route? Because he knows how hard it is.
He knows I can do it. If he knows that if I put my mind to it, which I do, and he believes in me and I believe in myself more than anything, he knows I can go that route and I can be very, very successful.
Good for you. So when are you trying to fight next? So like if you have your pick, how many fights do you have in 2026 and how soon do you want to fight again?
I want to like at least like 6 fights in 2026.
Ooh, okay. And when are you trying to fight again?
February, the next RFL card.
So you're already ready and doing the next RFL card?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. All right. Good on you, man. It looked like you really took to it. You look like somebody who, I was saying this to your friends when you were, I think you hit the shower and I was like, hey, part of the reason why I wanted to do this interview is I didn't feel like we scratched the surface on what you can do as a fighter. In that fight, it was great that you go home early. That's what we want ideally. But I just got this sense. I was like, there's more to what you can do. It's just that night we saw it happen in a minute's worth of time. And that's a good night for you. But that I feel as we watch you grow as a grappler, as a striker, as an MMA artist all around, I feel like you have some good skill. And anything, like your personality stuck out to me that night. So it was so wild to me when you were just kind of mentioning, you're like, I'm a little shy. I was like, bro, you couldn't tell that on that stage that night, honestly.
No, there's just so much adrenaline going on at that moment. I don't know what to say. I just went for it.
And it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But it was like, bro, I think as somebody who was interviewing everybody in the cage, you stuck out. And that was so impressive to me. And I'm a big, like, you know, I evaluate how everybody speaks. And I just thought you were the most like what I imagined you were off the mats or outside of the cage. It seemed like I was talking to the real version of you. And I don't always get that real version. I sometimes get somebody that's so adrenaline high that they're just screaming shit. I had one dude here that one time was screaming at me, but he wasn't like mad at me. He was just like, ah, and I go, no, chill. And then he told me during the interview, he goes, yeah, dude, my family told me I looked like an insane guy next to you. And then they pointed out when you had the microphone and how you brought it down, like that was you trying to chill me out. And I go, yes, that's exactly what I was doing. And so I'm usually a pretty good judge of character. And I felt like on that day, you had a great post-fight. So you looked like you had the good energy. I'm glad to hear that's your next series of goals and things. How are you planning to spend the holidays, sir?
Eat pizza.
Eat pizza?
Eat pizza.
Okay. But don't you have to get back into training camp pretty soon then?
Yeah, but I can eat pizza.
Hold on. What nutritionist do you have that says, young man, you can fight, but you can also eat pizza during training camp?
I don't have a nutritionist.
Then I think you answered my question. Why are you eating pizza during training camp? It's not that it's not amazing.
I love it like that.
Oh my God. Okay, toppers, we see you. But I need to point this out. That's not the best thing to eat when you're in the middle of camp.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to age out of being super metabolism. At some point, your body's going to say, especially if one of your coaches ever says, we want you to go down a weight class. You do know that means less pizza, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know how to diet myself when I am fight. Like when it's very, very close to a fight. Like
how far do you think February is from right now?
A month.
It's a little over a month.
Yeah.
It's December 23rd that we're recording this. Well, technically the 22nd. Yeah, we went into overtime here.
Okay.
But you're talking a month, and it's probably about 2 months now. Exactly 2 months before the fight. So all the bad stuff that you do now will catch up to you after the holidays.
Yeah.
So please get your pizza eating done and dialed in. And a month out, you're not eating pizza. Yes or no?
No.
All right. Why don't we do this? Why don't we circle and put a pin on this conversation where we have it right now?
Okay.
What I'd love to do is, that is your camera right there. I'm going to put the camera on you, and I would love for you to give a shout out to friends, family members, anybody who helped you be the MMA fighter that you were in 2025, sir.
I want to make a special thanks to Spiritual Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you, Professor Jeremy. I also want to make a shout out to Bobby Taylor's Gym and Ventura Fight Fitness for helping me out with my wrestling. I want to make a big thanks to my big brother, my cousin Anthony Zaragoza, for helping me out like my whole life. And I want to make a shout out to my best friend Monse and Joshua Godinez. And I want to make a shout out to my grandparents too, for always being there for me.
Okay, let's have a quick moment here. Your friend that you brought was saying that he was going to train, or you said he was going to train, and then he comes here and tells me he has an injury. But then this whole time, you've been chirping at each other, and I almost wanted to be like, if you guys are just going to talk about it, I want you to fight here. So tell me, so that it's not fully negative, what's his best training attribute? Because I feel like having a training partner like him probably is up to your game, right?
Yeah.
What is his best attribute as a training partner?
That's a real good question. He drives me hard, 100%. Whenever I said I'm stuck on something, I want to work on something, he'll help me. We'll do our best to work on it, and just keep working and working.
Okay.
Like probably one of the best training partners.
And have you ever pinned him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He just won't admit it.
He won't admit it. Wow. It's very sad because I feel like the easiest way we could have remedied that is to have him come train today.
Yeah.
But I felt like you oversold it because you didn't tell me he was injured. And then he undersold it because when he was here, he was getting in your face. And I saw him starting to throw a couple at you. And I was like, if he's injured, he's not selling this well. So we have an accord that he's going to come back here at some point and come train, right?
Oh, yeah. He'll come back.
You're going to come train?
I'll force him.
You're going to come roll? Okay.
Okay.
Don't say like you're going to roll now because you're not. I was like, fam, we literally, these mats are clear enough that I would force you to roll, and I don't want to do that to you. But I will tell you, it was a wild 160 when somebody's like, yeah, can I bring two friends? I was like, sure. I was like, are one of them going to train? He's like, yeah, one is. And I go, okay, this might be rough. They're both trying to rough me up when they come here. All of a sudden, I see him take a seat like this.
Yeah.
And I go, are you training? And he's had one earbud in the whole time. And I go, if you're going to train, I don't think you keep the earbud in though, right? So I was a little worried and surprised, but I'm glad he is mostly okay. I was glad that he was okay enough to get in your face because I go, oh, I kind of want to see it now. Maybe we'll just do a wrestling round and then a jiu-jitsu round.
Yeah.
Do you think you could take him in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
He knows it too.
Yeah. You kind of, is that, yeah? Okay. We'll have to figure. In jiu-jitsu. But in wrestling, you feel like you got his number?
I remember that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to come up with the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker might have to be MMA rounds, but I feel like that's more for him. Tiebreaker might have to be like a game of Uno. We'll see.
21.
21?
Yeah.
Are you guys gamblers like that?
We're gamblers like that.
Yeah. No, I know. I understand. I was your age once and I didn't have money. But I want to point this out. When you say you gamble, are you poker players? 21 is what I heard. So it's blackjack then, right?
Yeah.
Who normally beats the other at blackjack? He beats you?
Yeah.
All right. We got to talk afterwards. It's unacceptable. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a pin on this conversation. I'm going to say thank you very much for coming in today, man.
Sure. Thank you.
Really good stuff. I mean, Michael Perez, an excellent up-and-comer for RFL. I had a little bit of discussion with our matchmaker and the folks who work behind the scenes, and they were very stoked when I said I was going to pull you. It was like, I felt like you were a standout that night, and I look forward to seeing you back, man. And it was a pleasure getting to roll with you today. You got a great game that I look forward to continuing
Sure, it was
to see
a huge
what you
honor
do.
to be here.
It's all right, man. It's just, This is training and chatting, bud.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I'm sure it will be the first of many down the line. But this man is coming back to train, and he says he's going to try and get me back, whatever that means. But he probably won't. And now that I know his weakness is John Cena, I'm 100% going to make sure I hit a STFU the next time. Now that I know that's his main weakness. This dude was telling me he had no sympathy for beating up his like little nephews and whatnot. None.
No?
Nope.
That's how I was growing up.
But you got like, so are you submitting them or just pinning them when you beat them up? Just pinning them?
All right. I can't do.
You can't do the submission moves on
I feel like
them.
I heard him like way too much.
See, that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
but this dude was, so are you counting your own pins or is somebody like a referee coming in?
No, I'll count my own pins.
Damn, bro. Brutal.
I look like to mess with them. I'll be like, 1, 2, 3. They get mad. They
can't
get
do
mad.
that. Wow. Okay. This is good information because I know this for the next time. I'm just going to say that because my man here, if you made it to the end of this video, I'm just going to let you know. Nephews, I got your back. That's all I'm going to say right now. All right, guys, before we close it on up, a few reminders. First and foremost, if you like this show, like, comment, and subscribe wherever you are. Now, remember how I told you there would be a prompt. The prompt here is tell me your pizza order and where do you get it from? If you tell me Papa John's, you can just delete the comment. It's not worth the engagement. I do not subscribe to that as a good pizza. When people used to have parties and we'd bring them like a potluck or whatever, bring your own stuff, they'd bring Papa John's and I'd be like, you will have this. I will not. I will not be serving that at my table. So just saying. But let me know what your order is. If you do put pineapple in there, please justify your terrorism. I guess that's really what I want to say here. All right. Let's go to the other things. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can also check us out, patreon.com/grappling hour. Check these interviews out 30 days before anybody else. And for a few extra dollars, check out tape studies, bonus content not found anywhere else, roast RAF, grappling hour challenge, all that stuff there. We're going to do a quick tape study before he gets on out of here. And then, as a quick reminder, you guys, make sure to get some merch, grappling hour merch, tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies. The hoodies statistically make you win more. Like when you go compete, you keep this on, you stay real warm, you do great stuff. And finally, you can check us out on our Discord if you want to continue the conversations we have here on the show. Ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us here at the Grappling Hour. My thanks to you for watching and sticking around this long. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.
Perfect.